Thank you. That was really nice, everybody. Almost everybody right now. I didn't really prepare anything to say, but I'm just, as people were talking, I thought of a few little stories that might be funny. One is, the first major event Neosa had was, I think late, probably 98. And we were scheduled to have like 400 people. And like a lot of us, you know, public speaking or standing in front of 400 people was pretty intimidating. So, you guys don't know, but actually the first moderator we had was a paid person I paid, so I wouldn't have to stand up and actually do this. So if you know June Taylor from the region, I actually contracted with her to stand up and introduce people and do things because it made me so nervous to think about doing it. True story. Second, talking about the emails I sent out. I did send out massive numbers of emails. And it was funny, you know, I actually had a laptop that we didn't have email at the Growth Association. I had to go take my laptop over to where there was a fax, unplug the fax, and plug the laptop in so I could use my modem to get a connection. And I remember the IT witch we had. That, you know, you can't do that, you know, and so I'd kind of sneak around after hours and plug my, you know, all in Outlook. I mean, all the lists and everything was done in Outlook. But to show you what happened with that, one time I was visiting, I think the company was Plansoft I was visiting, and I walked in the front office and I said, you know, I think I was going to see Ed Tromczynski, and I said, I'd like to see Ed Tromczynski. He said, what's your name? And I said, Jim Cookinham. And she said, you're cooking spam. So I realized maybe I'd been sending out a few too many emails. One other thing too, that just talking about the number of things we did. And I would like to thank, you know, the staff that has worked with me as we come up with these lame brain ideas, and they're still trying to do the other one when we come up with the next one. And that is, somebody told me, and I always remember this, I've told other people, they said, the reason I like Neosa is because they do so much shit. Now that, you know, without the shit, I mean, but that is pretty, that's really what people saw. They just saw that there was massive amounts of stuff. And I do remember the high point. In fact, I have an email that Tim Reynolds sent me of the one night we had. We had a thing called a digital mixer that we had at the Science Center. And we had about 800 or 900 people signed up for that. And that was universities, tech companies, professors meeting each other to say there are tech companies in Cleveland. So we had that all organized. I had a staff of, I think, there were 3 of us, or 3 or 4 of us. And the club came to me and said, you know, we've got this debate between the candidates running for mayor. Do you want this to be the Neosa debate? And I said, of course, you know, the tech debate. And then I came back to my staff and said, but that's the night of the digital mixer. Well, hell, we ought to be able to do 2 things simultaneously. And if you remember, Tim, we had an event at the City Club that day. We had 300 people at the club for that debate, and we had 900 people at the Science Center that evening. So there were 3 of us, and we had 1,500 people, I think. I mean, it was overwhelming for all of us, and I think burning people out, I mean, I'm amazed that people actually stuck with it because it was a lot of stuff going on.